नमस्कारम्। ओम एकदन्ताय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात्। श्री महागणपतये नमः। काञ्चीवासाय विद्महे शान्तस्वरूपाय धीमहि तन्नो चन्द्रशेखर प्रचोदयात्। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्री महापेरियवा शरणम्. Today in Bhagavad Pada Samarpanam we shall briefly understand some important temples where the Supreme Lord is worshipped and the main offerings made here. Although the Supreme Lord is eternal and cannot be described in any form or given any worldly identity, He resides in temples in a certain form just to make us happy and elated by feeling and experiencing His appearance and presence. He is the universe, the ocean of happiness, which knows no boundaries and is not limited to any form or period. He is omnipresent everywhere, in you and me as well. In Tirupati, the Supreme Lord is in the form of Srinivasa, and the main offering for him is in the form of cash. People worship him by making offerings in his hundi or the offering box in the form of cash. This is one of the richest temples in South India. The Lord is not here to gain anything by our offering cash to Him, but it is a belief that offerings in cash is what pleases Him. There are some businessmen who strike a deal with the Lord here, saying that a certain percentage of their profitability will be shared with the Lord. In Badrikachalam, Lord Narayana is worshipped in the form of tapas or yoga or by the practice of brahmacharyam. It is said that the Lord here is himself practicing yoga by taking two forms of Nara and Narayana. In Puri, the Supreme Lord is in the form of Jagannatha, and the main offering here is rice. All who visit the temple are offered the Anna Prasadam or the rice prasadam. There is a minimum of 200 quintals of rice that gets cooked in this temple to be offered to the Lord. On a daily basis, this temple feeds close to 1.5 lakh devotees. It is also known as the Anna Kshetram. In Pandharpur, the Supreme Lord has taken the form of Panduranga, and the main offering here is Nama Sankirtanam, or singing the praise of the Lord. There is not even a single minute in this temple where you will not hear the names Ramakrishna Hari, Vasudeva Hari. Some Bhagavatas will keep on doing Nama Sankirtanam in this temple. This temple is also called as the Nama Kshetra. In Guruvayur temple, the Supreme Lord is in the form of little Krishna, and the main offering here is Bhagavatam. One can notice here that continuously there will be groups conducting the Bhagavata Saptaham, a 7-day program which covers the Bhagavatam. There is this Adhyatmika hall in Guruvayur where you will find some of the other Bhagavata groups conducting the Bhagavata Saptaham. You will find devotees showing their bhakti by hearing, thinking and chanting the Bhagavatam, what we call the Shravanam, Chintanam and Kirtanam way of bhakti. Guruvayurappan, the Unni Krishnan, is said to be so fond of hearing the Bhagavatam and is very much present wherever Bhagavatam is being chanted. As we have seen in the introduction clip, Narayaniam is the summary of the Bhagavatam itself, very beautifully composed by the great scholar Sri Narayana Bhattadri. Each temple named here, be it Tirupati, Badrikachalam, Puri, Pandharpur, etc., have their own Kshetra Mahatmyam or story of the temple, which we are not delving deep into in our Samarpanam today. In our next edition, we shall briefly understand the story behind the Guruvayur temple, the deity, and a brief on what inspired Sri Narayana Bhattadri to compose this very divine Narayaniam. Hare Krishna. गोविन्दनाम संकीर्तनं गोविन्दा गोविन्दा नारायण अखिलगुरो भगवन् नमस्ते श्री महापेरियवा शरणम्।